See here playing Star Citizen 3.3.7, and I purchased the Glaive. Now I can't. Oh, the Cutlass Black's finally gone. Alright, I can't actually show you that much at the moment because NPCs are not exactly responding well, but I can show you a little bit about the Glaive. It's made by Asperia, it's an alien ship. It currently has the Vandal interface, and that is due to change in the future. It's got no cargo capacity, it's only got one seat. I got access to be able to get it because I completed Vandal Swarm. That's pretty scary. By completing Vandal Swarm, it became available. That was inside of Area Commander, if you're wondering where Vandal Swarm is. And it's a bit of a trick to getting inside of it. You kind of need to stand just right. You can be a bit forward and a bit back and it doesn't work. And I'll show you that you're actually kind of like... How can I show this? You can see the dude there. See how he's lying down? He's leaning forwards. It's a very, very different cockpit configuration. Does seem to be an awful amount of space behind him, like one of the designs was 2 seats, but it's a single seater. It's got quite a cool paint job on it. I think that's I actually have no idea where that was inspired from, but it looks cool. So just down on the left is the float ready. It's 2 big guns. There's 1, there's 2. They've got just over 6-kilometer range on them. It's got what's called a ramming something. It's called a ramming blade. And it says that the left wing doesn't have anything, but it appears the same. Oh, I suppose it doesn't. Yeah, that thing. It's got the ramming blade. So let's watch it. It's quite cool. It's very fast. I will actually just land and refill my hydrogen fuel. It doesn't seem to be... It does have intakes on it. It's got a pair of small intakes for the hydrogen, but it doesn't appear to be refilling very quickly, like it might be bugged currently. It does, even though it's only got a small quantum drive, the military grade quantum drive, and it's only got a small quantum fuel tank, it does have enough quantum fuel to fly from here to Hurston. So it can do a reasonably long journey. It's got... So there's 2 big cannons on the outside that travel 6 kilometers there, big Wraith plasma cannons, and there's 2 smaller ones that are called the weak plasma cannons. And so by weak is sort of like a standard size 1, size 2 sort of.
Please vacate the vicinity. Initiating ship storage procedure.
Oh no, don't store my ship on me.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So that's the weak one. That's the big one. They're not gimbaled, they're locked, so if you want to turn gimbal mode off, when you're flying it. Maneuvers nicely. It's a very nimble fighter. It's very red, this HUD. But it does have a pretty decent little star map going on. Radar's nice. Hard to see me changing anything there, but you can see the whole system. Like some of the other ships that have it. In particular, I like the ships where you get the 3D radar going on. It makes it much easier to navigate in general. It's got a pair of small military shields. It's definitely stronger than the Scythe. With the red HUD, I've got to be careful with targets and sort of make sure I'm paying attention. Jeez, it like lagged out for a moment there while I was trying to turn away from them. What was I saying? Forgot. Yeah. NPCs are bugged, so that quest isn't gonna do any good to us. Not even gonna get the distance. Oh, there we go. New objective popped up. At least I'm in the right part of space. So 255 SEM and it's 1.3 something. 1300 and something. It gets up to its max speed pretty quickly. So I mean I got my damage pips there and about 6k. The pips are completely off. The APCs are just middling around. I'll just back up some more. Have a go at hitting this Cutlass Black from 5k. It's quite hard to hit anything at this distance. Well, a bigger ship will probably be a lot easier to hit, I suppose. But even just having it go, oh, it's got a strike there. I mean, it's not exactly moving.
Well, this isn't so fun anymore.
But 3k, you're pretty able to consistently pepper them. But the kill shot really comes in when you get close.
Shit!
The pips get alright when you get close, but they're still horribly off. So the Glaive's weapon's pretty powerful. I think it's a pair of size 5s. Can't actually tell because you can't change it. It's locked to the ship. It's likely to spawn right next to me. See if I can't get to max speed this time before I get there. So I'm already up to 800 meters a second. Well, it's not 1300, my bad. It's 1230 meters a second. Really look forward to taking this ship into Arena Commander. That way I get to have a go at 50 ships in a row. See what I can really do with it. And they are fighting back in Arena Commander at the moment. I've had a bit of a go with it when we had the free fly week, and I can tell you that you can kill a 600i, you can kill a hammerhead, you can kill a starfarer with this ship. It's got the damage to get through those big meaty shielding beasts. Can't speculate as to whether or not you'll be able to wreck a Carrack or a Polaris or a Javelin. But I imagine that in conjunction with other ships against those bigger ones, its big guns will have an effect. Especially with those bigger targets, being able to hit them at 6 kilometers while being a small target will be quite harassing for them. Now it's not as nimble as the Xian ships, but it's definitely more nimble than the other human ships. So they must have been in stealth. Yep, so I just killed them at about 5.5 kilometers. That's probably one of the coolest things about this ship. Now, there's all sorts of craziness going on here. I feel like going and poking my nose in. So there's you can clearly see the way to the drug lab at the moment. I found out that people like actually travel, like they fly all the way from, it's unreal, they fly from Grim Hex at SCM speed. Absolutely blew my mind to find that out. So M4, where's that one? I'm actually pretty close. Probably should just go from here. So, distortion, second distortion. That's about there. And I learned a new trick from one of my organisation friends that I've just met. Get up to speed with your afterburner, and then to avoid accidental movements, seems to be drifting quite a lot, doesn't it? To avoid accidental movements from your mouse, I use F to balance out, but just go and turn your engine off. And just maintain your speed. You can move the mouse around. It's not changing the trajectory, you're not got any engines interacting with your mouse movements. You can relax. I'm outside at the moment. My trajectory looks a little short, but it should be alright. Now I need to change my trajectory. About there, I believe. Picked it up before and it failed just as just after I talked to the guy. It's a bit weird. Might have been competing with someone else for it. No, I think I just went to the wrong place. Must be the next set of mountains. This is just on the other side of this. Well, maybe I did find the right one. Doesn't quite look right. Not the best run to Jumptown. Not that I need to go to Jumptown because I've got no cargo space, I just was hoping to find some bandits. I didn't find any bandits. Someone just died actually. I can't see anyone on my scope yet. I've even got a video showing how to get here. should rewatch my own video. Looks like I managed to totally miss it. It's a shame I did it the first time earlier today for someone in my org. Is that someone's ship? Or is that a rock? It's a rock that looks like a ship. Okay, pick up the Miles Eckhart. Well, at least the start of the video talked about and showed the Glaive. I suppose this part's at least shown how weak its hydrogen fuel capacity at the moment is. But it should be an amazing ship to have on one of the carriers in the org. If you don't know, the equivalent of clans in Star Citizen is organizations, and people that have spent over 1,000 US on the game get an unlock called, I can't even remember what it is, it starts with C, Concierge I think it is, and the Concierge is when the capital ships come for sale, are the only ones that are able to even buy them, and they range around the $1,000 mark to be purchased. They're no small thing. They will be the big deciders at the start of the game when it first gets underway. And I kid you not, I heard a story about an Australian guy who's a stockbroker, and he's got 4 different accounts that are the platinum gold version of the concierge. So that's 25,000 US on 4 accounts to get the full unlock and get all the ships. And those are not his only 4 accounts, it's just he's done the full unlock on 4 of them. So he can pretty much sponsor a whole organization all on his own. I think so. That's an Idris, a Kraken, a Javelin, and some other big ship, I think. So I think that's 4. So those 4 accounts on their own are 16 big ships, which is just unreal. There are bigger ships that can't be bought that you need to get inside the game, and we've just been speculating a bit, and you probably want to have an organization of at least 3,000 to 4,000 people to be getting the big ships, just to be able to sponsor it and then actually have enough people to run the ship. And the ship's going to be running all day long, and different people are going to log in at different times and be the crew that's running it. You need to have multiple captains and have it turns. Like, the logistics for those giant ships is scary. I think I worked it out that if it's on the same ratio as a Javelin, and the Javelin's got like space for 80 crew, and the biggest ship is at least 6 Javelins, so 6 8s are 48, so 480 person crew, maybe 500 person crew, plus escort ships. So you'd have the smaller ships that have got like 50 to 80 people on them, well, smaller compared to that one. There's another ship underneath the biggest one that you'd probably have alongside supporting it, and that would have a couple of hundred people on it. So, like, say they got maybe 5 of the 80 ship people ones, and then they got 2 of the 200 ship people ones, and they got 1 of the 500 ship people ones. So if everyone happened to be on at the same time, there's just those ships, but never mind the smaller ships that go with them. And then to have enough people to crew the big ships throughout the day, you really do want organizations over 4,000 people, like 4,000 active people. Like, the prospectus for the big organization plate is staggering when you start to really think about the mechanics and how good people are going to have to get organized to
Hey there,
have the
on
logistics
behalf
to
of
have
the
these things
People's
working.
Alliance, welcome to Levski. Name's Eslin. I
And,
run the hangars here, which is great for you.
Those big
because
ships,
you're looking
like,
land.
if you're not looking after them, another organization can come along and raid you and take that ship, and it becomes theirs. And to get insurance on a ship like that, I don't even know if you can get insurance on a ship like that.
There we go.
But
Hang up, all ready to
yeah.
go.
And because it's such a big ship, and if an organization can actually come in and muscle you out for it, and board it, and kill the crew, kill the captains, take over the controls, and then fly it, they're always going to have someone on board that ship. It's never going to get logged out, so they repair it and it becomes their ship. And the logistics and resources to actually get one of those in game is just going to be enormous. So, like, they're going to get treated like platinum gold, and no one's going to want to let go of it. No one's going to, like, if someone joins an organization to be a spy saboteur, I mean, this is what Star Citizen's really going to be all about. They're going to want to get like a squad of 10 to 20 people on board one of these capital ships, and they're going to be on board at a time when it's kind of quieter after they've done their research, and then they're going to go on a saboteur mission, and then they're going to fly it over to their um, organization that they've been spies for, and and then they're going to gift the ship over, and then they're going to change their allegiance back over, and some organization just lost out big time, and they're going to totally and utterly hate the players that did that, but they're probably not going to know their names. They might have catched one or two names, but the other spies... This shit is going to be awesome. I'm going to take a bit of falling damage here. Oh, no. Ship's definitely in the sky though. So talking about all of that and my contribution to whatever org I'm in when it comes to live release is a decent fighter ship, and I'll be one of many ships on one of those launcher pads, and because it doesn't have the greatest range on it, so I'm going to rely on a bigger ship to get me into places, and then I'll launch from a Kraken or an Idris or a Bengal or something, and I'll just be like assisting. You're part of a team. Even if I don't get that opportunity, it'll still be a great ship to go around and do combat missions and get a reputation, and then earn some money to get something else. Probably would be enough to get myself a Cutlass Black again to be able to do salvage and other bits and pieces. Like, because it's got a cargo. Like the Cutlass Black's it's going to have a tractor beam, and it's going to have it's got storage space, so you can blow up some enemy ships, and then bits and pieces of their ship are going to be floating in space. Grab the tractor beam, drag them on, start to make a fair bit of coin. It's been coined as a pirate ship, basically because you can go and smash and grab someone, and smash them and grab their bits and pieces and run off and do it again, and then you end up with a bunch of ship components that are quite valuable, and never mind any cargo they might have had that you can steal with the tractor beam and go sell it. So as a pirate, it's pretty awesome. But even just like playing with the UEE, United something,
Glad you could make it. Grab a seat. Time to time, jobs find their way to me that aren't orthodox requests. That's a better way to say that, but let's just say they aren't the kind of ops you can give to just anyone. They require a very specific type of person. Our mutual friends have told me that you might be one of those precious few who are capable of completing a contract without question. If I'm wrong, we can leave it at that. Enjoy a drink, my spectacular company for a few minutes, and we'll part ways with the understanding that this meeting never happened. If I'm right, I might just have a gig that I could use you for. Sending you the details. Let me know when it's
Hopefully
done.
someone doesn't kill them before I even launch this time. So my glaive didn't land properly, so it got classed as, how do you term it, as illegally parked, and you saw that dude's face popping up and he was talking at me, and it popped up and it popped up and it popped up. So basically he was warning me about automatic ship retrieval. Surprised I didn't get a one flag of crime stat for it. Do really appreciate the elevators, the way you can see them move at this stage.
There, all set.
Oh, it's like the most common thing is to see people crying about getting killed at Jumptown or the drug lab at Yellow. I was flying around there not long ago, and as soon as I left the area, bloody people started showing up and killing each other again. I just had no luck timing that one.
Systems activating. Systems gone.
So this is the secondary bounties. I got the main one through the UEE. Oop. Let's try this a different way.
Quantum travel engaged.
It's odd at the moment when looking there, my frames dropped to 30 on the quantum drive thing. I think it's just this chip. Maybe it's because you see so many of the particles, but when I look back inside I go straight back up to 60. Yeah, I can't help but laugh at those people. They're like, it's 67% profit on money spent selling those drugs versus 11.5% trading anything else in the game. And they act like it's their goddamn given right to be able to do it, to be able to run those drugs. And people that do it right, they're paying at least one or two other people, like either a strong fighter ship or a couple of smaller fighter ships, and they're paying them good money to go with them, to look after them, to do the drug run. And they can more than pay for that because of the amount of profit they can make.
Quantum travel complete.
And these people go in there with their 10k at the start, or their second run with 16k, and they spend every bloody coin they've got on a load, and as they're leaving they get killed. And they blame everybody else. I mean, that's really just the beginning of the craziness. They got some really cool things coming into the game where when if your character gets too badly hurt, you kind of like get permanent death, and then you've got like your own additional character that gets to inherit.
You may be doing all right now, but the tide's about to turn.
Okay, so I've now unlocked the Eckhart bounties. Happy about that. And I haven't had a player bounty on this patch yet, but I really want to go to Jumptown, go back to Jumptown and get in on this killing people at the drug lab.
Quantum travel engaged.
Let the rage face commence.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Don't even know what I've targeted.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
I can't see the landmarks. Time for another bounty.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
My indicator looks like it's gone. There's the hub. But where's the bounty? bounties looks like it's gone. It is, someone killed them.
Contact.
Oh, that one's shooting back at me. So the pips look pretty close when they're actually moving.
Destroyed. Contact.
It's pretty cool that you can, I mean at the moment the bounties are either here or next to Grim.
Target destroyed.
Wow, I got obliterated. I was just an Aurora. But yeah, there was another, like, I got 650 credits, and then 650 credits, or 620 credits, and then 620 credits. Another one might spawn here, or another short jump back to Grim. Actually, it's a really fast bit of money. So that one's back over at Grim. It's definitely a lot more rewarding than
Quantum travel engaged.
delivery missions. Delivery missions aren't really working at the moment. Those ECN missions and the patrols and stuff, protection, seem to be a bit bugged. I do hope that they fix NPCs, and it is a bit boring just killing stationary targets.
Quantum travel complete.
Normally much more active. Really want to have a duel with some people, so there's actually sort of some sort of risk.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
What I really like about the bounties is when another player is naughty and they get a level 4 or level 5 crime stat, the player becomes the bounty and you get to legally go off and kill them. That's probably the most fun I've had. Because you show off as green for them, sudden the criminal gets spammed from behind. Really need some Orions to come along and plow these asteroids away to nothingness.
Contact.
Controls were playing up a bit there. Just trying to get his nose lined up on me. I think.
Target destroyed. Quantum travel engaged.
A million kilometers. Just melts away.
Quantum travel complete. quantum travel complete.
Back up to 4,500 credits. I'd made myself broke just before doing this video by upgrading my Nox as much as I could. I made a video killing an NPC bounty with the Nox. So I think I've made about 4 grand. Should be able to get some juicier bounties after talking to this guy again and concluding some more business.
Landing gear down.
I put a request to swap the way that this goes because all of those people are offline on my friends list and they're up the top of the list. And as I add more people from the org, that's just going to get to be a bigger and bigger scroll. So it's going to be a common problem. I wonder if Autoland is going to do a better job.
Close. Front crash close. Automated.
It's not really landing properly, is it?
Landing gear up.
Alright, so parked it on its bum. And deploy the landing gear. Still above the ground. Okay. Let me park
Oh,
it
good.
though.
Welcome.
So I need to manually park this. Seems like such a fancy ship. I really do like the paint job. I just had to have the red Voyager suit to go with it. I'm looking forward to the torso piece coming out to complete the set. Only light armor. I tend to not have too much fun with the heavy armors because you run out of breath quite quick with the medium and you run out incredibly fast with the heavy armor. With the heavy armor you pretty much need to walk everywhere and you can dash from cover to cover that's nearby. And the heavy armor gives you 40% protection and the light armor gives you 20% protection. So technically it's twice as much protection, but you're a lot slower. So you move into the kill shot slower. You walk around the corner slower. And walking around the corner with your gun out is where you're exposed. So heavy would be tired from running, and medium would be tired about now. And I can still keep going on my light armor. Light armor, I'm tired. If I was just in my clothes, I could have kept running all the way to him in there and still keep going for a while. I didn't need too much of a rest in light armor though.
Glad you could make it. Grab a seat. Kinda busy at the moment, Slick, but I got jobs if you're looking, so tell me what you want. You know what to do. So, thanks. Get out there.
$990 credit bounty. It's a big upgrade from 620. Oh, someone killed them. Twice I failed before I even got to my ship. Alright. Go shoot some dudes in the face. Nearly $2 grand. And then I'll call it.
Hangars open and the flight paths clear. Go ahead and launch.
100%. Landing complete.
Good luck out there.
So my frames have tanked. So this is the simple fix at the moment. And I have frames again. It's silly how that fixes it. I think it might be some sort of distortion with the helmet overlay.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Be cool to do a scramble mission. I've offered quite a few times in chat, but no luck. I have sold my ground vehicle, but I still got my Glaive.
Quantum travel engaged.
The standard cyclone's only like 20 grand now. I could probably save up a little bit more and buy one.
Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Ships are empty.
Crash close. Alert.
EVA release is a bit different on that ship. Something I hadn't tested. Oh, someone just killed them all already. They have. I'm not having my luck. Someone killed my hostiles. Alright, I'll see what it's like to get back in the Glaive. An EVA. What? Oh, it's there. Still learning it. Looks like it's more forgiving as to where you can get in an EVA. Don't have the seat dropping down on your head. And Aquila's still there. That must be the one that killed them all.
Close. Front crash close. Target friendly.
I think they went right through the shield. And no one's in it. Yeah, it's down to 85 health. Totally shredded it. Oh, you kind of expect that. This ship does cost more.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Overall, I'm very happy with the Glaive. It's a very effective fighter. It's got the handy radar where you can sort of line things up. Quantum nav points and things, indicators, three-dimensional to see things. I mean, as you get close to the space station, it pops up there too, unless I think it does. It does on other ones anyway. Okay, nah, didn't pop up. Okay. But still, at least the nav point thing showing the trajectories of the other ships that are on radar. Oh, there's the space station. Just had to get a bit closer. There's the space station. There's the other ships. So yeah, it works nicely. So as I go up, then now I've got arrows the other way. I go the other way. Everything's all tilting, and you can see the three-dimensional orientation.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Well, it's not liking that. Hold that control
Landing
down.
complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Definitely feel like it matches the red RSI Voyager jumpsuit. Alright, thank you for watching. That was my, probably the most fun I can have at the moment with Glaive. Until the NPCs improve again, get fixed back out. They seemed very delayed before they actually kicked in and started doing something. So I'm not really able to practice my dogfighting skills and staying on people's tails and getting clean shots while they're moving, which is what I want to be doing.
Your ship has been delivered to the following landing pad.